off, lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Check your little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Check your little piece, wanna see some more? Check your little piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Caught here by Bell. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 47 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Let's go. Rocco 80.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
To throw, it's Williams. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double cover.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Throwing to start the drive. Randolph. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
65, 18
Looking to throw. Randolph. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Giants at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10.
Go! 72
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
You talk about this Giant defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Williams. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Here's Williams. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
You're not liking the look. They'll change the play. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, oh.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hold it ready. Hey, hey, check that, check that.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ready up.
2nd down and 8.
Go. Go.
Operating from the gun. Randolph. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Here we go, here we go. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Back to throw. Randolph. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Half the 60, half the 60. Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Ready? Take off.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Let's go.
Here's a give to McCoy running left. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To the air, Williams. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Throwing to start the drive. Randolph. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Williams. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go. Here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw, Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 15. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the kick. Play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Randolph.
Throw complete to Bell. Look at the big man rumble.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Giants are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ready? 19 tight. 19, cut 19. Cut 19. 60 down, 60 down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Throwing to start the drive. Randolph. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
From the gun, here's Williams.
This complete to Martin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Williams. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
Let's go. Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Randolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They go with Edwards left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards.
And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 3 quarters in the books.
McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin now to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Throwing is Williams.
And this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Williams.
He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And he's got room. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bears are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
14 yards in a Chicago first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
To throw, it's Williams. Over the middle, complete. That's Morrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Back to throw now on first down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To the air, Williams. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Throwing again here, Williams. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Second down, goal to go. They'll try again with McCoy. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
On fourth down, here's Williams. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they work this out past the 25. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.